Good morning, everyone. Today's topic is means of transport. Enrichment sheet 1, week 3 of theme 5, page number 16. Means of transport. Transport can be described as a system for carrying people and goods from one place to another. We all need to move from one place to another. Before the invention of wheel, early humans traveled on foot and carried heavy loads on their own backs or used tamed animals. Gradually, they started using rafts in water and carts or sledges on land for traveling great distances. With the invention of steam engines, traveling became faster and more comfortable. In modern days, people in villages still use camel carts, bullock carts, and tractors for traveling and carrying goods from one place to another. Camels are very familiar in deserts. They are known as the ship of the desert. In hilly areas, ponies and mules are used to carry goods and people. Elephants are used to carry heavy logs of wood in thick forest. In towns and cities, people travel in buses, cars, and trains. We cannot use the same means of transport to each every to reach every destination. The means of transport we choose depends on the distance to be traveled. There are three modes of transport: land transport, water transport, air transport. Now, please turn the page. Land transport. Land transport is the most common means of transporting people and goods from one place to another. Trains, buses, cars, tractors, trucks, scooters, bicycles, tongas, bullock carts, etc. are the means of land transport. Trains are a better means of transport as they carry more people at a time. Engines are used to pull trains. There are three types of engines: steam engine, diesel engine, and electric engine. Nowadays, electric trains are preferred as they are faster and pollution free. Passenger trains carry people, whereas goods trains carry heavy goods like food grains, minerals, and metals to travel to different locations. The Vande Bharat Express in India is the fastest train and runs at a maximum speed of 180 kilometers per hour. In a few cities such as Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, and Jaipur, there are underground trains called metro to carry people to work and back home. Monorail system is another important addition to the railway transportation system. Mumbai monorail is the first monorail system in India. It is a railway system which consists of a single rail. Turn the page. Other means of transport like trucks, buses, cars, etc. also travel on road and drop people right up to their doorsteps. These vehicles are very common in hilly regions where building railway tracks are very difficult. Some vehicles do not have engines. They are pulled by animals and humans, such as bullock carts, camel carts, tongas, cycle rickshaws, bicycles, and fruit carts. Now, let us see the explanation part. The topic is means of transport. So, what is this means of transport? Okay, means of transport. See, we people, we are social animals, ma. Social animals means we move in a society, we live in a society, we move from one place to the other. So we travel, we move for different purposes, maybe for our job, for food, for our living, yes, everything. So we move from one place to the other. So the process of moving from one place to the other with the help of some transport system is called transportation. So it can be described as a system of carrying people or goods from one place to the other. So as I said, so we need to move from one place to the other, maybe in search of food, maybe for our job, maybe for some other facilities, or maybe for enjoyment, whatever it may be. We need to move from one place to the other. So what we do, we travel from one place to the other. So, moving from one place to the other, or carrying people from one place to the other, carrying goods from one place to the other, is known as transportation. We all need to move from one place to the other. Not only one, everyone will be moving. Is there any human being who does not move from one place to the other? No. See, even you people, your children, okay, it's okay. Now you are at home. But when it comes a part of school, when physically school opens, now you people also should move from one place to the other for your schooling. Yes, you have to move from your home to school. So this is called as transportation. So what happened? So before the invention of wheel, when we talk about early man, he don't have all these facilities. He used to go on foot and carry heavy loads on his bags or with the help of the other man. Two man or three man used to carry. Yes, he used to move from one place to the other on foot only, well, by walking, that's all, or carry heavy loads on his body. Now, once the wheel has invented, means once the he has invented the wheel, he started learning. What did he do, early man? Started preparing rafts, yes, carts and sledges to move from one place to the other. What do you mean by these carts and sledges? So they can move easily on the land. Rafts will move on water. You can see in the first picture, this is called as raft. It will move in water. Okay. Next, carts and sledges move on the land. So with the help of these carts and sledges, early man moved from one place to the other without any difficulty. Then slowly, when wheel was developed, he prepared carts also. Then with the invention of engine, steam engine, okay, with the invention of engine, now traveling became easy and faster and more comfortable. So once the engine was invented, people started, means they started using different types of modes of transportation. Okay, this is about the early days. Now coming to the modern days, means once the engine has invented, now everyone started moving from one place to the other with different types of vehicles. In modern days, people, they started using different types of vehicles, but still in some villages where the road transport facility is not good, or in hilly areas you take, okay, or where the roads are not good, where the vehicles cannot go, in such type of places still some people are using camel carts, bullock carts, tongas, and even they are using tractors also to cultivate their lands. In modern days, I'm talking about modern days. So in modern days also, in still some villages, people are using camel carts, bullock carts, okay, tractors for traveling from one place to the other. Coming to camels, very important. So these camels, no, they are very important in especially desert areas. Desert area is a area which is of less rainfall or no rainfall, so completely dry land, and human beings cannot walk that much easily as a camel walk, because it has special padded legs. So that legs, no, it can move from one place to the other easily. And the thing is, it can survive for more days without water also. Even for 10 to 15 days, it can live, it can survive without water. So that is the reason camels are famous in desert areas. And camels are known as sheep of the desert. So they are used by the people who are living near desert areas. Now coming to hilly areas. In hilly areas, ponies and mules are used to carry the loads and people in hilly areas. So where the transport facility is that much not developed, where the roads may be not developed, where people cannot go by using vehicles. So in that areas, these ponies, mules, and donkeys, these are used to carry goods and even some people also. And coming to elephants. So elephants are used to carry heavy loads of wood in thick forest or in towns. And people in towns, people travel buses, cars, and trains also. So talking about these elephants are especially used in forest areas, because in thick forest, these elephants can move very easily. You can carry heavy loads of wood in thick forest. Coming to people in cities, they travel by using buses, cars, and trains. Now, based upon these movement, yes, based upon these movement, or based upon these transportation, or based upon the people moving from one place to the other, the transport facility is divided into three modes. Because you see, for each and every movement, we can't use the same transport. For example, you are going to a short distance, you can use your cycle or motorbike. But if you want to go to a long distance, for example, now you want to go to Delhi. Okay, from Hyderabad to Delhi, you want to go. Now you can't take your bike or cycle no to Delhi. How many days it will take to travel or to ride a bicycle or to ride a motorbike? It takes much time, and it is very like it is not healthy also, because you will get a back pain if you drive continuously like this. So to cover a long distance, we take other type of transport. So what I'm going to say is, the same means of transport is not used for same destination. Destination means the place where we want to reach. So I told no example, you want to go to Delhi, you will not use your motorbike, or you will not use your bicycle. Now you have to go by a transport system. Either you have to go by a train, or you have to go by a aeroplane. Then only you can reach within time, short time, safe journey. Okay. Now you are going to a grocery market which is there beside of your street or in your city. So for this grocery market, you will not use aeroplane. You have to go on a bike only. Or you will not use water transport to go to a grocery shop. Either you go to a D-Mart or Walmart or whatever it may be, some grocery shop. You will not go on a train or not go on a aeroplane. You will go by walk, or you will go by a bike or bicycle. Bicycle is very good for health. No petrol charge, nothing, and very you it will be like an exercise also. So, like this, different modes of transports are used for different purposes. That depends upon your destination or where you are moving. So, based upon these modes of transportation, it is divided into three types: land transport, water transport, and air transport. Okay, so these are the different ways of three modes of transport. Now, coming to the first one, that is land transport. Land transport means completely the vehicles which move on land. Either it may be a roadways, or it may be a railways. Completely they move on land. Yes, it is the most common and important transporting people and goods from one place to the other. Land transport plays a major role, because most of the goods, most of the things, most of the transportation is taking place with the help of this land transport only. Rarely we go by aeroplanes or we go by water transport, but most of the time we use land transport only for different purposes. And the examples for land transport are trains, buses, cars, tractors, trucks, scooters, bicycles, tongas, bullock carts, etc. So these are the different examples of land transport. You can see the picture here. These are all different means of land transport. Land transport is a better means of transport because they carry people and goods also at time. You can take people and goods at time. And some vehicles will have even engines also, and these engines are pulled by, okay, engines are pulled. For example, you take trains. Okay, engines are used to pull trains. And for trains, no, there are three types of engines. You can see here: steam engine, diesel engine, and electric engine. Steam engine means before, no, before when this steam engine was invented, at that time this steam engine was used to run with the help of water. Then slowly, petrol and diesel came into existence. Then slowly, these trains are using diesel. But nowadays, completely electricity. Okay, these trains are also they are run by using this electricity. Nowadays, electric trains are preferred as they are very faster and pollution free also. Even pollution free. You can see this in this picture, some of the wires which are connected on top of the train. So this electric trains runs with the help of that electric wires. Okay, children? Next. And these trains are again divided into two types, passenger trains and goods trains. Passenger trains carry only people. They carry only people. You can travel in passenger trains from one place to the other with your luggage. That's all. Passenger trains carry only people with their luggage, bags and all. But goods trains carry heavy and bulky goods like food grains, minerals, metals, cement, oil, petrol, diesel, even milk also. So these are the different heavy goods which are carried by the goods trains. So goods trains carry heavy loads like food grains. So rice, wheat, maize, jowar from one place to the other. How we can get, see, you take example, rice is a staple food of South India. Wheat is the staple food of North India. Means rice is grown more in South India, wheat is grown in North India. But everyone will get rice, complete India will eat rice, complete, means one, this wheat is transported to other places, rice is transported to other places. How it is possible? This is because of this goods train only. So the states which are cultivating more rice will transport their rice. For example, you take Telangana. In Telangana, we grow more rice. So what we do? We transport rice to other states. And in North India, more wheat is cultivated. So wheat we will get from North India. Even coal, petrol, milk also, milk tanks also are available. So different types of goods are transported. Iron, even iron and big stones also. Okay, big stones, because with these stones, no, they make granite stones. So different types of materials or goods are transported using this goods train. Coming to the next one, that is the Vande Bharat Express in India. It is the fastest train in India and it runs around 180. Sorry, it given 80 here. It runs 180 kilometers per hour. This Vande Bharat Express runs 180 kilometers per hour. 180 kilometers per hour. Okay, ma. The Vande Bharat Express in India is the fastest train and runs at a maximum speed of 180 kilometers per hour. And there are so many other expresses also, like Gattiban Express, Shatabdi Express, Duronto Express, Rajdhani Express. So these are all different types of trains which run very fast. Coming to, in few cities such as Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai, Jaipur, even our Hyderabad also, we are having metro trains. So what do these metro trains do? People, those who are working from one place to other, those who are moving from one place to the other, they go with the help of these metro trains. People, those who are working in different locations and different offices. So this metro trail transport them from one place to the other, especially these big cities. They have this metro trail facility. Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai and Jaipur. Next, and one more important point is Mumbai is the first city to have monorail system. What do you mean by monorail system? Monorail system is a system in which the train consists of only one rail, single rail. So the train runs on single rail. It is called as monorail system. It is an important system which was introduced on our in our India And Mumbai is the first city to have monorail system. In this system, the rail consists of only single rail, monorail system. Next coming, some vehicles do not have engines. So even though they don't have engines, they are pulled by animals and human beings. They go on road only. They used on road only. And what are such type of vehicles? Bullock carts, camel carts, tongas, cycle rickshaws, bicycles, and fruit carts. So these are the different types of vehicles which don't have engines, but they are pulled by animals and human beings. And the examples are bullock carts, camel carts, tongas, cycle rickshaws, bicycles, and fruit carts. So these are the different ways of land transport system.